Welcome to our thrilling video on the timeline of World War I. Get ready to dive into the exciting world of this global conflict that took place from 1914 to 1918, involving the major world powers of the time. In this video, we will take you through the major events and battles of this devastating war. The year was 1914, and tensions were high in Europe. Suddenly, on June 28, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria was assassinated in Sarajevo, Bosnia by a Serbian nationalist. This event triggered a series of alliances, and on July 28, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, leading to the involvement of several other countries. Germany, led by the infamous Kaiser Wilhelm II, invaded Belgium on August 4, and Britain, under the leadership of the determined Prime Minister Winston Churchill, declared war on Germany. The first major battle fought by the British Expeditionary Force was the Battle of Mons on August 23. It was a fierce battle, with the British soldiers facing overwhelming odds as they fought against the might of the German army. As the fighting continued on both the western and eastern fronts, new alliances were formed. Italy joined the Allied powers and declared war on Austria-Hungary. Meanwhile, the Central Powers launched a major offensive on the Western Front, but it was stopped by the Allied forces at the Battle of the Marne. However, the fighting in the canals and the introduction of new technologies such as submarines and chemical weapons made this war more terrifying than ever before. The year 1916 saw some of the bloodiest battles of the war. The Battle of Verdun, fought between France and Germany, lasted for 10 months and resulted in over 700,000 casualties. The Battle of the Somme, fought between Britain and Germany, saw over 1 million casualties. The use of new technologies, such as tanks, and the continuation of trench warfare, led to a high death toll and many soldiers developing shell shock or PTSD. It was a grueling and devastating time for all involved. In 1917, the United States entered the war after Germany resumed unrestricted submarine warfare and sank several American ships. Russia, facing internal turmoil, withdrew from the war after the Russian Revolution. In the same year, the Battle of Passchendaele, fought between the Allies and Germany, resulted in over 500,000 casualties. The use of new technologies continued to escalate, with the introduction of flamethrowers and more advanced artillery. It was a time of desperation and determination as the war raged on. In 1918, the war entered its final phase. The Allies launched a series of offensives that pushed the German army back. On November 11, 1918, Germany signed an armistice agreement, effectively ending the war. The use of new technologies continued until the very end of the war, with the introduction of airplanes and aerial bombing. It was a bittersweet victory, with so many lives lost and so much devastation left in its wake. World War I was a thrilling and devastating conflict that resulted in millions of casualties and changed the course of human history. The use of new technologies and the continuation of trench warfare led to unprecedented levels of death and suffering. We hope this timeline has helped you understand the key events and battles of this historic conflict. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more thrilling historical videos.